Yeah, bitch.
Yeah. What you know about me, bruh? I'm going hard in the game, gonna make a name. Leaving my mark, I'ma leave my stain. Better back up, cause I bring the pain. What you know about me, bruh?
Annoying Neighbors are back again at T.H.O.P Fest. The fucking most popping spot right now in October, the beginning of October. And we got a special guest. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, man. My name is Tony Awdball, here with an Odd Conversation podcast, man. And I don't have an intro, man. Fucking intro and all that, you know?
Yeah.
You can find me on _ Tony Awdball. There we go.
But I see you grinding out here, bro. Just like how you said, like, it takes off the pressure of being on the other side. Like, I see you grinding, constantly asking people, how do you get that fucking, like, I guess, I don't know, motivation to keep asking people, like, because it can be discouraging, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
but
like,
you have to
people
remember,
say
though,
no.
like, I'm not the best looking dude, so I got shut down all my life. So, like, I'm
yeah,
able to go ahead
yeah.
and, like, talk to anybody and, like, feel like, oh, dude, all right, if you get shut down, it ain't no big deal. You know what I mean? Might as well make a drinking game out of it. So that's how I've always done it right there.
Have you ever got into, like, music yourself, like making music yourself?
Yeah, songwriting for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Me and the homie Mike Esco and stuff, like, man, we make music all the time, but like he's like pursuing that career. Me, I'm the type of dude that's like, if I were to ever do anything with music, I would like just to like songwrite. I don't ever want to be the face of the song because, you know, like I like my privacy. You think what I'm saying?
I feel you. It is hard to be like, I guess, in front of the spotlight, just being right there, being the guy. Like, look at me. Like, I'm that type of person too.
I mean, like, if you ask me personally, dude, like, I'm so used to interviewing everybody else, like, but so when I'm interviewed, I'm like,
you don't know what to say.
Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy to me, you know. Like, I like it that way, you know.
So, what got you into podcasting?
Dude, I was just like a music nerd at one point.
Oh,
so
really?
like back in high school, like it was just like me and the homies just like walking home and just rapping. Like we always had the phone back when we had instrumentals. And you know, they got me into hip hop more and more to the point where like I got so in love with it that I just started listening to interviews left and right. I just knew so much. So when it came to like you know, figuring out what I want to do for life and all that, and having a conversation with somebody else, they said, you know, you should be on the radio. And I was like,
You never thought about that?
I was like, dude, like I never thought that was a possibility. So I went ahead and then,
What years around this time?
This was like 2012, 2013.
Oh, early on,
yeah,
bro.
man. So
Damn.
like happened around that time, but around that time, podcasts started popping up a little more.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I really don't need a company like that right now, but I could go ahead and like do what I can right now at this point. I mean, like think about it. Shout out to 60 Eats for this whole thing.
For real.
My mouth is
Shout out
dry right
60.
now, so if I'm like, you know, sound like I have a lisp, not my fault.
I feel you. I'm already a couple of 6 drinks in.
Oh,
you
dude,
know?
I don't know how many tall cans I've had. But the thing is, though, that like he gave me the opportunity to go over here, run media, met a lot of people, you know, talked to a lot of people I didn't really think I was ever gonna get in contact with.
Exactly,
you know what
bro. I've been experiencing the same thing.
I mean,
that's
well,
why I was
even for you though, you know what I mean? Like when you were over here, like, you know, talking to me and then you offered, I was like, whoa, I didn't think this was possible.
Dude. Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But like, no, it's all love over here, man.
Yeah.
You know, like I like the Annoying Neighbors. They're really dope.
Hell yeah,
So
thank you,
yeah, you
man.
had to keep it running.
So what year did you get into podcasting?
Like hardcore wise, I would say like 2020. 2020 is
That's
when
like
I got
around,
into it.
yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like, when did you start though?
Oh, I started like 2016 or so. But,
early
like that
on.
was like inconsistent as shit. So
I
like
feel
I've
you.
interviewed like homies like from like Don Chris and the Buffet Boys to like J.K. the Reaper, like with Denzel Curry's camp and all that. Like I ran into them, interviewed them, cool. But then when it came to doing like actual like, okay, I'm gonna be committed, sit down and just keep it going. It wasn't until quarantine came up.
Isn't that weird? I feel like quarantine kind of like sparked up all the shit that you actually want to do.
Hands down for sure.
Yeah.
Because like when all that was going on, like to me personally, it was like one of those things where it's like, well, I ain't utilizing my time better, so I might as well make the most of it. And ironically, one of the guys on the lineup over here, Chewy got down, and then I texted him, like I sent him a DM on Twitter at 7 in the morning, and he hit me back up. It's like, oh yo, let's do it.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And
That's
then
crazy,
you know, I hit up
bro.
I hit up my homie Mikey as well, and I told him, hey, I got to experiment real quick. Talked it out, and that's where I came up with the name and everything right there on the spot with just
Really?
us messing around.
Yeah.
Because I told when I interviewed Chewy, I told him, yeah, fucking intro. I don't have one of those, but this is like an odd conversation, blah blah blah, and then right there, boom. That's been a name since, so it worked out.
It's weird how that happens because that was the same thing with me with Annoying Neighbors. I was just saying that we're the Annoying Neighbors because we're always up late. And then my homie was like, yo, what's up with that Annoying Neighbors podcast? And I was like, Yo, I didn't even
works.
think about that.
It
It's
works,
weird how
man.
that happens, bro.
You know, and I think that's like the best way to do it. Like it's something like, you know, comes up without having to put a lot of thought into it, but it rings a bell, then hey, it works out. Me, I'm a weird guy, so that's why Tony Awdball wasn't that hard to figure out.
It has a nice ring to it too.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Appreciate
sick.
that so much.
So what's like next on the list? What's like the end game? What's going on?
The next thing on the list is actually trying to get a studio going again.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean
we're talking about that.
Yeah, you know, like we already we our lease was up at our studio that we were at, and you know what? Hey, we just got to go ahead and you know, try to see what's next. But if not, but something has to keep going. I mean, it's been over a year now at this point, and people still recognize me, so I have some kind of face in the soul industry.
You can't just give it up, especially if people are asking about you. You can't throw it in that towel, dude.
I'm still having a hard time, like whenever someone does recognize me, I'm still having a hard time realizing, like, oh, this is a thing. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm used to being in the cut. I'm not used to being in a face. So when people recognize me.
Long term, what's your like end game with this?
Oh, dude, end game, definitely just make some kind of good living income with just music. Whether I'm talking to somebody or running my own company or whatnot, like it's gonna happen eventually. But then, of course, like Nipsey Hussle also talked about, if you're a real hustler, oh shit.
Yeah. At first I thought it was a body, dude.
I know. I was like, damn, somebody got pulled out of here in a casket.
Yeah, bro,
that's crazy.
for real, dude.
No, but like Nipsey always said though, a real hustler knows you have to have more than one source of income. So that's why it's
different
not just at the end of
revenues.
it. It's gonna keep on going.
Yeah, definitely. Quick advice for someone that wants to do this, podcasts or just interviews, journalism.
Do what I did. Just grab a microphone, a camera, and just start talking. That's where it starts, and you find your niche from there. That's all I can say.
Fucking best advice right there, dude.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, dude. Thank you for doing this real quick.
Oh no, thank you,
and
man.
we gotta sit down and do a long-term one.
No. We're gonna get that long one in. I mean, we're at a festival right now, so it's all love right here.
Exactly, dude. All right, no, we're neighbors. We're out.
Yeah, bitch. What you know about me, bro? Run hard in the game, gonna make a name. Leaving my mark, I'ma leave my stain. Better back up, cause I bring the pain. What you know about me, bro? Got supreme hat, supreme clothes, bad breezy, fuck yeah. So fresh, we're high class, bro. What you know about me, bro?